Ever thought about when it is appropriate to wear the Order of the Arrow sash? This is something that a lot of young people and even adults struggle with, when to wear the sash. Let's talk about it. Hey, ScouterStan, let's talk a little bit about the Order of the Arrows sash. This is that, oops. Thank you. Oh my. All kidding aside, this is one of those subjects that a lot of scouts, scout leaders even, have problems with. So let's dive right into it. The sash is one of those things that we're extremely proud of. I'm wearing mine. We'll get into that. I'm wearing it now to prove a point and to talk about OA. I am representing OA values. That's why I'm wearing the sash. And that's true when you're speaking and stuff. But the OA sash right now is a very simple red arrow on a piece of fabric. This is my Ordeal replacement, actually. And this is just a simple sash. It's a white sash with a red arrow on it. That's my replacement OA, because my original OA, which I do have from a youth, never really fit. I was always pretty big. And the difference in size, there's a youth one and an adult one. The adult ones are the only ones they have now, it seems. But it's the same white one. This is my Ordeal sash. This is the one for my Ordeal sash. So the arrow is significant. And that's a big difference in size. As you can see, the two different sizes. This one is probably a foot more than the one in front. Okay, this one up here, yeah, this one. I mean, there's two different sizes. You can also see there's a little bit of age on this. And honestly, I think this is better constructed today than they were back in the day. And we'll get more into a lot of that. But Ordeal members are very proud of their accomplishment, and they should be. And it would be nice to be able to wear it all the time, but it's not appropriate. So we have to send the right message about the sash. Now, the original sash was actually black in color with a white arrow on it. It was made of felt, and felt disintegrates over time. Now, it's over 100 years ago this type of material was being used. So these are museum pieces. They belong in a museum. Even if there was somebody alive that was presented with that, they could wear that, but chances are they would preserve it because it has a certain amount of historic value. That's the key behind the black sash. I don't believe they're coming back anytime soon, especially felt. Felt is a very temporary material, and it tends to come apart rather easily unless it's supported or sewn onto something. So that's probably why we won't be seeing those in the future. Now currently, and I say that because there are some new things going around, but currently the white Ordeal sash, it looks like this. It's just the arrow. That's all that's on that particular sash. The Brotherhood, which is the completion of your membership, has two bars on it, and these two bars around the arrow, and it indicates Brotherhood. Now, Brotherhood can have an award also added to it known as the Vigil, and it's a small triangle that goes in the middle. I am a Vigil Honor, so I have this little triangle in the middle of my Brotherhood sash. A lot of people say there's 3 different sashes. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as this is an honor, Vigil Honor. It says that on the diploma. So it is on my brotherhood sash. So it's not like I'm greater than or anything like that. So it's just it's an award. It's really what that is. Now, recently, we've had a lot of discussions, either in the community or all the different things about the red sash. Well, there's been a red sash in the past. I went to NOAC in 2015, and everyone that attended that received a red sash. That's this. The red sash was presented to every scout that was there for the 100th anniversary for the red sash. And this has been around. I mean, it's beautiful. It's been worn for 8 days because after that you were not permitted to wear it as a normal sash that you would wear to meetings or other places where you need a sash. But the thing is, it's very exclusive. Now, there is a new one that's a red sash, but it's a commemorative sash that has a lot to do with the trust fund that they're putting together. The new 1915 commemorative sash that's out there, it's red, and it can be worn at ceremonies. It can be worn at different activities, but it cannot be worn as a regular wear. Like at elections or going to meetings and stuff like that. So there are some restrictions to that. If you'd like more information about the red sash and this and donating money to this cause, worthy cause, this endowment, definitely check the links below in the description of this video. It's in there, and you can go there and even sign up. It is a way of giving money to the endowment and them recognizing you with a nice insignia of a red sash. Formal Order of the Arrow events. The scouts, the arrowmen, as they're referred to, or brothers, would wear their sash. This would be meetings, like chapter meetings, lodge meetings, lodge training. You would wear it. This is always done in full uniform. Now, there are some exceptions. If you're on a weekend and there is a uniform shirt, a t-shirt or something, that is uniform. And you can, because the uniform shirt has been designated as the Class B t-shirt, you can wear the sash over that. So if you're at an OA event, you can do that. That's possible. That's appropriate. Another time when to wear the sash would be, say for instance, you're at a troop meeting and you're the Order of the Arrow representative, and you're asked to come up and talk to all of the OA members. You can definitely take your sash out of your pocket, wear it while you're presenting. Then when you're done, take it off, put it in your pocket. So you don't wear it the whole meeting. You only do it because you're representing. You're speaking on behalf of the order. That's the reason you wear the sash. If you are representing, you're giving a presentation or you're talking about something, that's when you would represent the Order of the Arrow. After that, you take it off. It's not needed for the rest of the meeting. Now, if none of this makes sense, you need to see I've been elected, now what? Their video. Okay, so that's the thing. You may not understand how you earn this white sash. It's a thing of effort, and you have to really go through it. So check out that video. Now, wearing the sash at events can vary. It depends if it's an OA event. If it's an OA event and there's a t-shirt like I explained, you could wear it with the t-shirt. But most of the time, if you're going to a ceremony or you're going to be part of the ceremony, wearing the sash over regalia, that's fine. You may wear the sash over your uniform if you're just a person in the audience. So that is at an OA function. Everyone there is wearing the sash. So that's when you do that. The sash is just it's an indicator. It's an indicator of the OA. It's obvious. You could see it for quite a distance. And it's an indicator for that solemn ceremony, that sash. That's an important thing to remember. The rest of the time, when you're in uniform, and you're an arrowman or a brother, as we refer to all people involved, you wear the flap of your lodge. That says it all. You don't need the sash. Service projects. Oh my gosh. Service projects that the OA does, and they do a lot. You want to wear your sash at that. We often say a dirty sash is a happy sash. So don't wash it. Just go out there and plant shrubs and clean up things, or clean up the riverside, or whatever your service project is. Wear it with pride. And there may not be a uniformed type of shirt. There might be a directive saying to wear a comfortable or a weather appropriate gear, and you can wear the sash on the outside. So that if you're told when to wear it, then you can wear it. Don't just go out there and do it. You want to make sure that they ask. This is so that the general public, they see these guys walking around with these white sashes with a red arrow on it, and people go, "Oh, it's the Order of the Arrow." Oh, okay. So that it gets the public aware of it too. So, and that's great for service projects. We do a lot of service projects, so definitely wear them and ask whoever is leading that program when it's to wear the sash. It is important that you wear your sash correctly. It should always be to the right, onto the right shoulder with the arrowhead, and that's what it's pointing at. It should always be on this side. Often I'll go to round table or something like that when they have the new ordeal members come in. They took it off, didn't think about what shoulder or how it was put on them. And they'll put it on the other shoulder. It's important not to become what I call the uniform police. That's a type of bullying when you start getting upset at people for uniform. And it's very important that you take the scout aside, of course, with keeping YPT, but always talk to them and say, "Hey, thank you for coming to the meeting. It's really awesome. I'm glad you brought your sash. Problem is, it's on the wrong shoulder, so it's pointing the wrong way." Okay, that is something that needs to be handled in a very diplomatic way, so that they can, they're not going to be embarrassed. And there's no point in embarrassing them. They'll never come back to another meeting. They definitely won't ever see them at another OA thing. Purely because they had the sash wrong and you wanted to be a bully? That's just not right. So try to avoid that. Don't become that guy. Don't become that uniform police, self-appointed police. Just tell them politely to wear it appropriately. Now, I have seen them OA sashes over their belt, like it's in their pocket or something. That's not appropriate. You wear it or you put it away. I've seen it used as a belt, a banner. I've seen them used as a necktie. I've seen a lot of abused sashes out there. Yeah, they're funny. We did it as a joke, but we need to kind of put it as being respectful, especially when we're in public view or at an event. There's some people there that look at the sash as a very meaningful thing, and it is. So I and others want to see it worn appropriately. Hey, before we go any further, I want to make sure that you're invited to the campfire chat. Now, this is our live meeting we have each month on the first Sunday starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a fantastic way to get involved with live chat, and we have special guests. We have all kinds of neat things that go on. So definitely check that out. I also want to thank all of the Patreon members of this channel. In addition to that, I also want to thank all of the channel members right here on this channel. They have a fantastic group of people on this channel. They get a lot of perks. They get a lot of little icons and all kinds of neat stuff. But definitely check that out. If you're interested in becoming a member, definitely hit the little join button. It'll tell you more information. That's a great way to make this channel even better. Make it a part of what you do. And I'm so proud of you. We're just gonna jump right back in. Misusing the sash. This could be something that you're just goofing around with, putting it on your head or putting it around your waist, stuff like that. That needs to be addressed in appropriate ways, like I discussed earlier. The other point is that if you're proud of this ordeal that you went through. You went through the ordeal. Now, how many scouts do that? An ordeal, okay? This is an ordeal sash. You're proud of it. So you wear it over your belt at courts of honor. No. If it's a court of honor and you're acting on behalf of the OA, yes, you would wear it as a sash on your uniform. Don't wear it over your belt. This does not go over the merit badge sash. Okay? I know you're proud. Ordeal, brotherhood, vigil, all of those. All of that. I know you're proud about it, but only wear it on its own. It can't compete with a sash. All those merit badges, and if you put it underneath, no one would see it. So definitely think about when you're wearing the sash, you're representing the OA, not being the person at a court of honor. You're not representing there, unless you are giving a presentation on behalf of the Order of the Arrow. You wouldn't wear it. That's something that then you would. That's the rule. But don't wear it with the sash. I've seen them over the merit badge sash. I've seen them used as hangers from your pants. Just don't. Okay, use it appropriately. There is a culture of respect around OA ceremonies and activities, and the sash and the flap and all the things that go along with the Order of the Arrow. There is a culture that has a great deal of respect for this. So don't go out there and put the sash in. It's not just an accessory. Okay, this is something that it really has a whole lot of meaning with a whole lot of people. So definitely think about, are you representing? That's really the question. Are you talking about the Order of the Arrow? Are you representing that? Then you should wear that. At that point, don't just treat it like something you pop on and off just because you feel like it. You have to represent. You have to be at those events. You have to be presenting on behalf of the Order of the Arrow. So that's the important bit. Now, in preparing for this video, I came across some myths. One of the big myths that's out there is that once you get your ordeal sash, this sash, once you get the ordeal sash, you're supposed to wear it at all scout events whenever you're in uniform until you go to the very first chapter meeting. No. You're not representing, okay, at your troop meeting, unless you're the representative, like I specified earlier, and you're giving a presentation on behalf of the Order of the Arrow. Then you could wear it, but the rest of the time you shouldn't wear it, and you should only wear it to OA events. And one of the big one is your chapter meeting. The chapters are part of the lodge. There's usually quite a few, and those chapters is the lodge, okay? And that's one of those big things about the sash. It really has to do with representing at those events. And that's when you wear the sash. The rest of the time you don't. You put it in your pocket. We have nice cargo pockets. It fits perfect. You could just, that actually fits in a cargo pocket, no problem. You don't have to be wearing it. And you just roll them up. That's how you store them. So, but that's a myth that you have to wear them until that happens. And one of the other big things is once you're an ordeal member, that's the beginning. Okay? It's the beginning. Brotherhood is your next step. And to do brotherhood, there's a video. Okay? Check out that video. It'll give you more information about your next step. And that is huge. You need to take that next step in the Order of the Arrow to kind of seal your membership. So you could be an ordeal member for many years. The whole thing with my ordeal, this was me for many, many, many years. Okay, there was a whole career and kids and houses and as an ordeal member, and that's fine. I got back into it when my son got into Cub Scouting, and then I started going to OA things because I'm an ordeal member. And then just one thing begot the next. So, and I love working with the Order of the Arrow, the Brotherhood of Cheerful Service. It's a wonderful thing. So that's the big point. So check out that video when you get a chance. Now, if you would like more information about the sash, some of the reference materials that I looked at, they're in the links. They're below. So check those out. If you'd like to get into any of those things, that's fine. Try to encourage your scouts not to wear them to courts of honor unless they're presenting on behalf of the OA. That's the exception. Okay, if you're representing, that's different. Okay, so that's something. Work with them on it. We need to respect the sash and to make sure that it is worn appropriately. It's just the scouting thing to do, to be courteous and obedient in those regards. But we do so much for our scouts, and this is just one of those many things. Scouting is a wonderful, wonderful thing that we need to get going. Okay? We need to get it out there. Again, we need to service more youth because they are desiring this so much, and they deserve it. Keep up that good work, and if you have a chance, definitely check out the parents video for the Order of the Arrow. That's a good one. So till next time, I'll see you on the trail.